Introduction. The gentle chime of my smartphone alarm breaks the silence of my beachfront villa in Bali. As I stretch and reach for my laptop, the first rays of tropical sunlight filter through the gauzy curtains. With a few clicks, I check my Shopify dashboard and smile at the sales figures that have accumulated overnight. Just a year ago, this scenario would have seemed like an impossible dream. Now, it's my everyday reality. My name is Yuki Nakamura, and at 38 years old, I've discovered the transformative power of habits in creating a life of freedom, fulfillment, and financial success. But my journey to this point was far from straightforward. In fact, for the majority of my adult life, I was caught in the same exhausting cycle that millions of others find themselves in, working long hours at a corporate job in Japan, with little time for personal pursuits or dreams. Until the age of 37, my life followed a predictable and draining pattern. I would wake up before dawn, apply my makeup with practiced efficiency, and squeeze onto a packed train for my commute to Tokyo's bustling business district. My days were spent in a fluorescent-lit office, attending endless meetings, managing projects, and navigating the complex dynamics of Japanese corporate culture. By the time I returned to my small apartment each evening, I was too exhausted to do anything but eat a quick convenience store dinner and fall into bed, only to repeat the cycle the next day. In Japan, there's a term for this lifestyle, shichiku, which literally translates to corporate livestock. It's a brutal but apt description of how I felt, like a cog in a massive machine, my individuality and dreams slowly being ground away by the relentless demands of corporate life. Despite my hard work and dedication, I felt unfulfilled and increasingly anxious about my future. Don't get me wrong, I was good at my job, and I had achieved a level of success that many would envy. As a woman in the still male-dominated Japanese corporate world, I had overcome numerous obstacles to reach my position. But something was missing. I yearned for the freedom to travel, to pursue my passions, and to create something meaningful that was truly my own. The pressure to conform to societal expectations, to find a husband, to prioritize family over career, only added to my sense of unease and dissatisfaction. The turning point came when I turned 35 and realized that if I didn't make a change soon, I might never break free from the corporate treadmill. I looked around at my older female colleagues, many of whom had sacrificed their personal lives for their careers, and I knew I wanted a different path. That realization sparked a journey of self-discovery and transformation that would ultimately lead me to where I am today, running a successful digital content business that allows me to work from anywhere in the world and earn more than triple my previous corporate salary. But the path to this point wasn't always smooth, and it required a complete overhaul of my habits and mindset. In this book, Digital Age Habit Revolution: 7 Habits to Transform Your Life Through Content Business, I want to share with you the lessons I've learned, the strategies I've developed, and the habits I've cultivated that have allowed me to create this life of freedom and abundance. Whether you're stuck in a job you hate, dreaming of starting your own business, or simply looking to increase your productivity and happiness, the principles and practices outlined in these pages can help you achieve your goals. Before we dive into the specific habits and strategies, let me take you back to where my journey began. It was a typical Friday evening, and I found myself working late at the office yet again. As I looked around at my colleagues, all hunched over their desks with tired eyes and slumped shoulders, I had an epiphany. I realized that if I continued on this path, I would wake up one day at 65, having spent the best years of my life serving someone else's dream rather than pursuing my own. That night, as I nursed a drink at a small izakaya near my office, I made a commitment to myself. I would find a way to break free from the corporate world and create a life on my own terms. But I knew that simply quitting my job without a plan wasn't the answer, especially in a culture that values stability and conformity. I needed to be strategic, to develop new skills, and most importantly, to cultivate habits that would support my new goals. I began by dedicating every spare moment I had to learning about online business models. I devoured books, podcasts, and online courses on digital marketing, content creation, and e-commerce. I started experimenting with different side hustles, trying to find the right fit for my skills and interests. It wasn't easy. There were many late nights and early mornings, moments of doubt and frustration. But slowly, I began to see progress. The breakthrough came when I discovered the world of digital content creation and the power of platforms like Shopify. I realized that by creating valuable, educational content and packaging it into digital products, I could build a business that would generate passive income and give me the freedom I craved. Moreover, I could leverage my unique perspective as a Japanese woman to create content that resonated with others like me who were seeking alternatives to traditional career paths. For the next 2 years, I lived a double life. By day, I was still the dedicated corporate employee, fulfilling my responsibilities and maintaining my performance. But every other waking moment was devoted to building my content business. I wrote ebooks, created online courses, and developed a suite of digital tools and resources for aspiring entrepreneurs, with a particular focus on empowering women in Asia to pursue their dreams. The journey wasn't without its challenges. There were times when I felt overwhelmed, trying to balance my full-time job with my growing side business. There were moments of self-doubt when a product launch didn't go as planned or when I received negative feedback. The pressure to conform to societal expectations, to find a husband, to settle down, sometimes made me question my choices. But with each obstacle, I learned valuable lessons and refined my approach. Finally, in the summer of my 37th year, everything changed. My Shopify store, which had been steadily growing over the previous months, suddenly exploded. A combination of a well-timed product launch, some savvy marketing, and a bit of luck led to a month where my digital content sales surpassed my corporate salary threefold. It was the moment I had been waiting for, the validation that my dream was not only possible but becoming a reality. With trembling hands and a mixture of excitement and trepidation, I submitted my resignation letter. My colleagues were shocked from the outside. I had seemed like the model corporate employee. But as I explained my journey and my vision for the future, I saw a spark of inspiration in their eyes, especially among the younger women. Many of them had their own dormant dreams, and my story showed them that those dreams were within reach. The past year has been a whirlwind of change and growth. I've traveled to 12 countries, working from beach cafes, mountain retreats, and bustling city centers. I've connected with a global community of digital entrepreneurs, forging friendships and partnerships that span continents. And most importantly, I've experienced a level of freedom and fulfillment that I never thought possible. But as I reflect on this journey, I realize that the key to my transformation wasn't just about finding the right business model or mastering digital marketing techniques. The real change came from the habits I developed along the way, habits that reshaped my mindset, boosted my productivity, and allowed me to overcome the inevitable challenges that came with building a new life. These habits didn't develop overnight. They were the result of conscious effort, consistent practice, and a willingness to learn from both successes and failures. And that's what I want to share with you in this book, not just a blueprint for building a successful digital content business, but a framework for developing the habits that will support your journey to freedom and success, whatever that looks like for you. In the chapters that follow, we'll explore 7 key habits that I believe are essential for thriving in the digital age and creating a life of purpose and abundance. Through personal stories, practical strategies, and exercises, I'll show you how to integrate these habits into your own life, overcome common obstacles, and measure your progress as you work towards your goals. This book is more than just a collection of habits and strategies. It's an invitation to reimagine what's possible in your life, especially if you feel constrained by cultural expectations or traditional career paths. In today's digital age, the opportunities for creating wealth, impact, and personal freedom are greater than ever before. With the right mindset, habits, and tools, you can break free from the shichiku lifestyle and create a life that aligns with your deepest values and aspirations. As we embark on this journey together, I want you to know that transformation is possible. I'm not special or uniquely talented. I simply made a decision to change my life and then develop the habits to support that change. You can do the same. The path may not always be easy, but with persistence, the right strategies, and a supportive community, you can create the life you've always dreamed of. So, are you ready to revolutionize your habits and transform your life? Let's begin this exciting journey together. Turn the page and take the first step towards your new future. Chapter 1. Understanding the Power of Habits. As I sit here in my sun-drenched villa in Bali, sipping a freshly brewed cup of green tea, I can't help but marvel at how different my life is now compared to just a few years ago. The transformation I've experienced isn't just about the change in scenery or the increase in my bank account. At its core, it's about the habits I've cultivated that have reshaped my daily life and, consequently, my entire world. But what exactly are habits, and why do they hold such tremendous power over our lives? Habits are the invisible architecture of our daily lives. They are the small decisions and actions we repeat day after day, often without conscious thought. These routines, deeply ingrained in our neural pathways, shape our behavior, our productivity, and ultimately, our success and happiness. The power of habits lies in their ability to operate on autopilot. Once formed, habits require little mental energy to execute, freeing up our minds to focus on more complex tasks. This efficiency is a double-edged sword. Beneficial habits can propel us towards our goals effortlessly, while detrimental habits can quietly sabotage our best intentions. Consider this. Studies suggest that up to 40% of our daily actions are habits rather than conscious decisions. This means that nearly half of our day is dictated by ingrained behaviors that we may or may not have consciously chosen. The implications of this are profound. By shaping our habits, we can effectively reshape our lives. Good habits versus bad habits. My corporate life experience. During my years in the corporate world in Tokyo, I had developed a set of habits that, while allowing me to function in that environment, were ultimately holding me back from achieving my true potential. Let me share a typical day from my Shichiku life. 5:30 a.m. Wake up, immediately check work emails on my phone. 6 a.m. Rush through a quick breakfast while reviewing project documents. 6:30 a.m. Commute to work, squeezing onto a packed train. 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Work nonstop, often skipping lunch or eating at my desk. 9:30 p.m. Arrive home exhausted, grab a convenience store dinner. 10:30 p.m. Fall asleep while worrying about the next day's tasks. This routine was my life for years. It was a set of habits that prioritized work above all else, leaving little room for personal growth, relationships, or self-care. I was efficient, yes, but at what cost? Looking back, I can now identify both good and bad habits from this period of my life. Good habits. 1. Punctuality. I was always on time, which built trust with colleagues and clients. 2. Diligence. I completed my tasks thoroughly and on schedule. 3. Continuous learning. I stayed updated with industry trends and new technologies. Bad habits. 1. Overworking. I consistently prioritized work over personal well-being. 2. Neglecting self-care. Skipping meals, lack of exercise, and insufficient sleep were the norm. 3. Constant connectivity. I was always available for work, blurring the lines between personal and professional life. 4. Procrastination on personal goals. I always put off my dreams of entrepreneurship for someday. The power of these habits became clear to me when I started my journey towards building my online business. At first, I tried to maintain my corporate habits while adding new tasks related to my side hustle. The result? Burnout, frustration, and slow progress. It was then that I realized the profound truth about habits. They can either work for you or against you. The key to transformation lies in identifying which habits are serving you and which are holding you back. The anatomy of a habit. Understanding the habit loop. To truly harness the power of habits, we need to understand how they work. According to research by Charles Duhigg, author of The Power of Habit, every habit consists of 3 components. 1. The cue. This is the trigger that initiates the habit. 2. The routine. This is the behavior itself. 3. The reward. This is the benefit you gain from performing the habit. This cycle is known as the habit loop, and understanding it was a game changer for me. For instance, one of my unproductive habits was constantly checking my work email, even during my personal time. The cue was the notification sound on my phone. The routine was opening the email app and reading messages, and the reward was a momentary sense of being on top of things, even though it often led to stress and interrupted my personal time. Once I identified this loop, I could start to change it. I turned off email notifications on my phone, eliminating the cue, set specific times for checking emails, changing the routine, and found a new reward in the peace of mind that came from having uninterrupted personal time. Transforming my life through habit change, a personal journey. This process of identifying and modifying habits became central to my transformation. As I built my online business, I consciously cultivated new habits that supported my goals. Instead of immediately checking work emails upon waking, I started my day with 10 minutes of meditation. Rather than working through lunch, I made a habit of taking a proper break, often using this time to learn about digital marketing or content creation. Instead of falling asleep worried about work, I ended my day by journaling about my progress and setting intentions for the next day. These new habits didn't just make me feel better, they fundamentally changed how I approached my work and my life. They created space for creativity, learning, and growth that simply didn't exist in my previous routine. The impact of these habit changes was profound and far-reaching. 1. Increased productivity. By starting my day with meditation instead of emails, I found myself more focused and productive throughout the day. 2. Improved health. Taking proper lunch breaks and prioritizing sleep led to better physical health and mental clarity. 3. Accelerated learning. Using my breaks to study digital marketing accelerated my progress in building my online business. 4. Enhanced creativity. Creating space in my day for reflection and learning led to more innovative ideas for my content and business strategy. 5. Better work-life balance. Setting boundaries around work communications allowed me to enjoy my personal time fully, leading to improved relationships and overall life satisfaction. 6. Increased confidence. As I saw the positive changes resulting from my new habits, my confidence in my ability to create the life I wanted grew exponentially. Strategies for developing positive habits. Changing habits isn't always easy. Our brains are wired to follow familiar patterns, and breaking out of these patterns requires conscious effort and persistence. Here are some strategies I found helpful in developing new, positive habits. 1. Start small. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Begin with 1 or 2 small habits and build from there. For example, I started with just 5 minutes of meditation each morning. 2. Be consistent. Consistency is key in habit formation. Try to perform your new habit at the same time each day. I found that attaching my new habits to existing routines, like my morning coffee, helped with consistency. 3. Use habit stacking. Attach a new habit to an existing one. For example, I started doing 5 minutes of stretching right after brushing my teeth in the morning. 4. Create a supportive environment. Remove triggers for bad habits and make it easy to perform good ones. I kept my yoga mat next to my bed to make it easier to start my morning routine. 5. Be patient. It takes time for a new behavior to become automatic. Don't get discouraged if you slip up. Just get back on track as soon as possible. I found it helpful to track my habits, which allowed me to see progress over time even when I had occasional setbacks. 6. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge your progress, no matter how small. This positive reinforcement helps solidify the new habit. I kept a victory log, where I noted each day I successfully completed my new habits. The snowball effect. How small habits lead to big changes. As I applied these strategies and continued to refine my habits, I noticed a snowball effect. Each positive habit made it easier to develop the next one. My increased productivity allowed me to make faster progress on my online business. The clarity I gained from regular meditation helped me make better strategic decisions. The knowledge I accumulated during my lunch breaks accelerated my learning curve in digital marketing. Perhaps most importantly, these new habits gave me the confidence to believe that real change was possible. As I saw the positive impact of these small, daily actions, I began to envision a life beyond the confines of my corporate job. I started to believe that I could create a different kind of life for myself, one aligned with my values and aspirations. This belief, born from the power of habit change, was what ultimately gave me the courage to take the leap into full-time entrepreneurship. It wasn't just about the skills I had developed or the business I had built on the side. It was about the person I had become through my new habits. The ripple effect. How my habit changes inspired others. An unexpected outcome of my habit transformation was its impact on those around me. As my colleagues noticed the positive changes in my demeanor and productivity, they became curious about what I was doing differently. I found myself sharing my newfound knowledge about habits, and soon, a small group of us were supporting each other in developing better work habits. Even after I left the corporate world, I continued to receive messages from former colleagues who were inspired by my journey. Many of them had started their own habit transformation journeys, and some had even taken steps towards pursuing their entrepreneurial dreams. This experience taught me an important lesson. Our habits not only shape our own lives, but can also inspire and influence those around us. By taking control of our habits, we have the power to create positive change that extends far beyond ourselves. Conclusion: the ongoing journey of habit transformation. As we continue through this book, we'll explore specific habits that can transform your life and help you build a successful online business. But remember, the most powerful habit you can develop is the habit of consciously shaping your habits. By taking control of the small, daily actions that make up your life, you open the door to extraordinary change. My journey of habit transformation didn't end when I achieved my goal of building a successful online business. In fact, it's an ongoing process. As my circumstances and goals evolve, so too do my habits. The key is to remain mindful of our habits, continuously evaluating which ones serve us and which ones might be holding us back. In the next chapter, we'll dive into the first of our 7 transformative habits, cultivating a growth mindset. This foundational habit underpins all the others and is crucial for anyone looking to make significant changes in their life. But before we move on, I encourage you to take a moment to reflect on your own habits. What daily routines are serving you well? Which ones might be holding you back? Remember, awareness is the first step towards change. By understanding the power of your habits, you've already taken the first step on your journey of transformation. The path ahead may not always be easy, but with persistence, self-compassion, and the right strategies, you have the power to reshape your habits and, in turn, reshape your life. Are you ready to harness the transformative power of habits? Let's continue this journey together. Chapter 2: Cultivating a Growth Mindset for Success. As the first rays of sunlight crept through my apartment window in Tokyo, I found myself staring at my laptop screen, heart racing. I had just hit publish on my first digital product, a comprehensive guide for Japanese professionals looking to start side hustles. The mixture of excitement and fear I felt in that moment was unlike anything I had experienced in my corporate career. Little did I know that this moment would be the catalyst for a fundamental shift in my mindset. A shift that would ultimately propel me from a stressed-out salaryman to a successful digital entrepreneur. But let's rewind a bit. Before we dive into how I cultivated a growth mindset and how it transformed my life, it's crucial to understand what a growth mindset is and why it's so powerful. Fixed mindset versus growth mindset. Understanding the difference. The concept of fixed and growth mindsets was popularized by psychologist Carol Dweck. In her groundbreaking research, she identified 2 primary mindsets that shape our beliefs about our abilities and potential. 1. Fixed mindset. This is the belief that our qualities are carved in stone. People with a fixed mindset believe that they have a certain amount of intelligence, a specific personality, and a fixed moral character. 2. Growth mindset. This is the belief that our basic qualities can be cultivated through effort. People with a growth mindset believe that everyone can change and grow through application and experience. For years, I unknowingly operated with a fixed mindset. I believed that my abilities were innate and unchangeable. This mindset manifested in various ways. I avoided challenges for fear of failure. I gave up easily when faced with obstacles. I saw effort as fruitless, believing that if I was truly talented, things should come easily. I ignored useful negative feedback, seeing it as a personal attack. I felt threatened by the success of others. This fixed mindset served me well enough in my corporate job, where following established procedures and meeting set expectations was the norm. But when it came to pursuing my entrepreneurial dreams, it became a significant barrier. My mindset shift from corporate cog to entrepreneurial thinker. The turning point came when I stumbled upon Dweck's work. As I read about the growth mindset, I had an epiphany. I realized that my fixed mindset was holding me back from achieving my true potential. This realization hit me hard one day during a particularly grueling work week. I had just received feedback on a project that didn't go as well as expected. In the past, I would have seen this as a reflection of my limited abilities. But this time, armed with my new understanding of mindset, I chose to view it differently. Instead of feeling dejected, I asked myself, What can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to improve? This simple shift in perspective was revolutionary. It opened up a world of possibilities that I had previously been blind to. From that moment on, I committed to cultivating a growth mindset. Here are some of the key changes I made. 1. Embracing challenges. Instead of shying away from difficult tasks, I started to see them as opportunities for growth. When I encountered a complex problem in developing my online business, rather than feeling overwhelmed, I would think, this is a chance to learn something new. 2. Persisting in the face of setbacks. When my first digital product didn't sell as well as I'd hoped, instead of giving up, I saw it as valuable market feedback. I went back to the drawing board, improved the product based on customer comments, and relaunched with much better results. 3. Seeing effort as the path to mastery. I began to enjoy the process of learning and improving rather than focusing solely on the end result. The hours I spent learning about digital marketing, content creation, and online business strategies became exciting rather than tedious. 4. Learning from criticism. Instead of taking negative feedback personally, I started to see it as a valuable tool for improvement. When a customer pointed out issues with my product, I thanked them and used their input to make my offerings better. 5. Finding lessons and inspiration in others' success. Rather than feeling threatened by successful entrepreneurs, I began to study them. Their achievements became proof of what was possible, inspiring me to push harder towards my own goals. The impact of a growth mindset on my entrepreneurial journey. As I cultivated these new thought patterns, I noticed significant changes in both my personal life and my budding business. 1. Increased resilience. The road to entrepreneurship is filled with ups and downs. My newfound growth mindset allowed me to bounce back from setbacks more quickly. When a product launch didn't go as planned or a marketing campaign fell flat, instead of spiraling into self-doubt, I was able to analyze what went wrong and strategize for the next attempt. 2. Accelerated learning. By embracing challenges and seeing effort as beneficial, I found myself learning at an unprecedented rate. I went from being a complete novice in digital marketing to running successful campaigns in a matter of months. 3. Improved problem-solving skills. With a growth mindset, every problem became a puzzle to solve rather than an insurmountable obstacle. This led to more creative solutions in both my business and personal life. 4. Greater risk-taking. As my fear of failure diminished, I became more willing to take calculated risks. This led to bold business moves that ultimately accelerated my success. 5. Enhanced creativity. By letting go of the need to be perfect from the start, I allowed myself to experiment more freely with different business ideas and content formats. This led to innovative products that truly resonated with my audience. 6. Improved relationships. My growth mindset extended to my personal life as well. I became more open to feedback from friends and family, leading to deeper, more authentic relationships. Strategies for cultivating a growth mindset. Developing a growth mindset is a journey, not a destination. Even now, years into my entrepreneurial career, I still catch myself slipping into fixed mindset thinking at times. The key is to be aware of these thoughts and consciously shift them. Here are some strategies that have helped me cultivate and maintain a growth mindset. 1. Embrace the power of yet. When faced with a challenge, instead of thinking, I can't do this, I add the word yet to the end of the sentence. I can't create a successful online course yet. This simple linguistic trick opens up possibilities and reminds me that with effort and learning, I can improve. 2. Celebrate the process, not just the outcome. I make it a point to acknowledge my efforts and progress, not just my achievements. This helps me stay motivated even when I haven't reached my ultimate goal. 3. Reframe failures as learning opportunities. Every setback or mistake is a chance to gain valuable insights. I ask myself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to improve? 4. Cultivate a passion for learning. I dedicate time each week to learning something new, whether it's related to my business or a completely new skill. This keeps my mind flexible and reinforces the belief that I can always grow and improve. 5. Surround myself with growth-minded individuals. I've built a network of fellow entrepreneurs and lifelong learners who inspire and challenge me to keep growing. 6. Practice self-compassion. I remind myself that everyone faces challenges and setbacks. Being kind to myself when things don't go as planned helps me maintain a positive, growth-oriented outlook. 7. Set learning goals, not just performance goals. Alongside my business targets, I set specific learning objectives. For example, this quarter, I will master the basics of SEO, or this year, I will become proficient in video editing. Overcoming mindset challenges in the Japanese context. Cultivating a growth mindset can be particularly challenging in the context of Japanese culture, where conformity and avoiding failure are often emphasized. As I worked on shifting my mindset, I encountered several cultural barriers. 1. The pressure to conform. In Japan, standing out or doing things differently can be seen as disruptive. I had to learn to balance respect for cultural norms with the courage to forge my own path. 2. Fear of failure. The concept of face in Japanese culture makes failure particularly daunting. I had to reframe failure as a normal part of the learning process, not a source of shame. 3. Respect for hierarchy. The strong hierarchical structure in Japanese society can make it difficult to challenge ideas or take initiative. I had to learn to respectfully question assumptions and propose new ideas. 4. Perfectionism. The Japanese concept of kodawari, striving for perfection, can sometimes hinder risk-taking and experimentation. I had to learn to value progress over perfection. To overcome these challenges, I found it helpful to seek out like-minded individuals within Japan who were also challenging traditional norms. Draw inspiration from international entrepreneurs and thought leaders. Reframe my entrepreneurial journey as a way of contributing to society, aligning it with the Japanese value of social responsibility. Practice explaining my choices to family and friends in a way that bridged traditional values with my new growth-oriented perspective. The ripple effect. How my mindset shift inspired others. As I embraced a growth mindset and saw positive changes in my life, I noticed that my transformation was having an impact on those around me. Colleagues at my corporate job began to ask about my side projects, curious about how I was learning new skills so quickly. I remember one conversation with Keiko, a junior colleague who had always been hesitant to share her ideas in meetings. After hearing about my mindset shift, she confided that she had always wanted to propose a new project but was afraid of failure. Inspired by my story, she decided to pitch her idea at the next team meeting. To her surprise, her proposal was well received, and she was given the opportunity to lead the project. This experience taught me an important lesson. Our mindset doesn't just affect us. It has the power to inspire and influence others. By openly embracing challenges, learning from failures, and continuously striving to grow, we can create a ripple effect that encourages others to do the same. Maintaining a growth mindset in the face of success. One of the most interesting challenges I've faced in my entrepreneurial journey is maintaining a growth mindset even as I've achieved success. It's easy to fall back into a fixed mindset when things are going well, to start believing that success is due to innate talent rather than effort and learning. I've had to consciously guard against this tendency. Here are some strategies I use. 1. Continuously set new challenges. I regularly step out of my comfort zone by taking on new projects or entering unfamiliar markets. 2. Seek out diverse perspectives. I make it a point to connect with people from different industries and backgrounds to broaden my thinking. 3. Embrace beginner's mindset. When learning a new skill, I try to approach it with the curiosity and openness of a beginner, regardless of my success in other areas. 4. Practice gratitude. Regularly acknowledging the role of effort, learning, and support from others in my success helps me stay grounded and growth-oriented. Conclusion. The ongoing journey of mindset growth. Cultivating a growth mindset has been transformative in my journey from stressed-out salaryman to successful digital entrepreneur. It has allowed me to embrace challenges, persist in the face of setbacks, see effort as a path to mastery, learn from criticism, and find inspiration in the success of others. But it's important to remember that developing a growth mindset is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing process. Even now, I catch myself slipping into fixed mindset thinking at times. The key is to be aware of these thoughts and consciously shift them. As you embark on your own entrepreneurial journey, I encourage you to pay attention to your mindset. Are you approaching challenges with curiosity and a willingness to learn? Are you seeing setbacks as opportunities for growth? Are you celebrating your efforts as well as your achievements? Remember, your mindset is not set in stone. With awareness and practice, you can cultivate a growth mindset that will support you in achieving your goals and living a more fulfilling life. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to set clear goals and take consistent action, crucial skills that build upon the foundation of a growth mindset. But for now, I invite you to reflect on your own mindset. What fixed mindset thoughts do you notice? How might you reframe them from a growth perspective? Your journey to a more empowering mindset starts now. Chapter 3. Setting clear goals and taking consistent action. The power of vision. My turning point. It was a crisp autumn evening in Tokyo when I found myself sitting in a small cafe, notebook in hand, heart racing with a mixture of excitement and trepidation. I had just made the decision to seriously pursue my dream of building an online business, and I was about to set my first concrete goals. As I sipped my green tea latte, I reflected on how different this moment felt from my usual goal-setting sessions at work. Those corporate objectives always felt imposed from above, disconnected from my personal aspirations. But this was different. For the first time in years, I felt truly alive, fully in control of my destiny. Little did I know that this simple act of setting clear, personal goals would be the catalyst that would transform my life from a stress-filled corporate existence to a fulfilling entrepreneurial journey. The importance of clear goals in entrepreneurship. In the corporate world, goals are often handed down from management, leaving employees feeling like cogs in a machine. But as an entrepreneur, the responsibility and the freedom to set your own goals is both exhilarating and daunting. Clear goals serve several crucial functions in the entrepreneurial journey. 1. Direction. They provide a clear direction, helping you focus your efforts and resources on what truly matters. 2. Motivation. Well-defined goals can be incredibly motivating, giving you a reason to push through challenges and setbacks. 3. Measurement. Goals provide a way to measure progress, allowing you to celebrate victories and adjust course when necessary. 4. Decision-making. When faced with multiple options, your goals can serve as a compass, helping you make decisions aligned with your overall vision. My goal-setting journey, from corporate objectives to entrepreneurial vision. In my corporate life, goal-setting was a formulaic process. We used the SMART criteria: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. But often, these goals felt disconnected from any larger purpose. When I started setting goals for my online business, I knew I needed a different approach. Yes, I still used the SMART framework, but I also incorporated elements that made my goals more meaningful and motivating. 1. Personal connection. I made sure each goal was deeply connected to my personal vision of success. 2. Emotional resonance. I considered how achieving each goal would make me feel, tapping into the emotional drive that fuels perseverance. 3. Flexibility. While I set specific targets, I also allowed for flexibility, understanding that in the fast-paced world of online business, adaptability is key. 4. Stretch and safety. I set both stretch goals that pushed me out of my comfort zone and safety goals that ensured steady progress. Here's an example of how this looked in practice. Corporate goal: increase department efficiency by 15% in Q3. Entrepreneurial goal: launch my first online course helping Japanese professionals start side hustles, aiming to enroll 50 students and receive an average satisfaction rating of 4. May 5th within the first 3 months. This will be a significant step towards my vision of financial freedom and helping others achieve the same, making me feel accomplished and impactful. The art of breaking down big goals. One of the most valuable lessons I learned in my entrepreneurial journey was the importance of breaking down big goals into smaller, manageable tasks. This approach, often called chunking, helps prevent overwhelm and provides a clear roadmap for action. For my online course launch, I broke down the goal into several phases. 1. Course creation. Outline course content, 1 week. Create lesson plans, 2 weeks. Record video lessons, 3 weeks. Develop supplementary materials, 1 week. 2. Platform setup. Research and choose an online course platform, 3 days. Set up the course on the chosen platform, 1 week. 3. Marketing. Develop a marketing strategy, 1 week. Create promotional content, 2 weeks. Run marketing campaign, 4 weeks. 4. Launch and follow up. Official course launch, 1 day. Provide student support, ongoing. Collect and analyze feedback, 1 month post-launch. This breakdown not only made the goal less daunting, but also allowed me to track progress more effectively and celebrate small wins along the way. The power of consistent action. Setting clear goals is only half the battle. The real challenge, and the key to success, lies in taking consistent action towards those goals. This was perhaps the biggest shift I had to make in my transition from employee to entrepreneur. In the corporate world, my actions were largely dictated by my job description and my superior's directives. As an entrepreneur, I had to become self-driven, maintaining momentum even when there was no boss looking over my shoulder. Here are some strategies I developed to ensure consistent action. 1. Daily priority setting. Each evening, I would identify the 3 most important tasks for the next day. This helped me stay focused and ensured I was always moving towards my goals. 2. Time blocking. I allocated specific blocks of time for different types of work, content creation, marketing, learning, etc. This helped me maintain a balanced approach to building my business. 3. The 2-minute rule. If a task would take less than 2 minutes to complete, I would do it immediately rather than putting it off. This kept small tasks from piling up and becoming overwhelming. 4. Weekly reviews. Every Sunday, I would review my progress, celebrate victories, no matter how small, and plan for the coming week. This habit kept me accountable and allowed me to adjust my approach as needed. 5. Accountability partners. I found a fellow entrepreneur who was on a similar journey. We would check in with each other regularly, sharing our progress and challenges. This external accountability was invaluable, especially on days when motivation was low. Overcoming obstacles. The reality of entrepreneurship. As I worked towards my goals, I quickly realized that the path of an entrepreneur is far from smooth. There were days when everything seemed to go wrong, technical issues with my website, negative feedback on my content, or simply a lack of visible progress. In these moments, I found myself drawing on the growth mindset we discussed in the previous chapter. Instead of seeing these obstacles as failures, I tried to view them as learning opportunities. One particular challenge stands out in my memory. About 2 months into my course creation process, I received feedback from a beta tester that my content was too basic for my target audience. At first, I was devastated. I had poured weeks of work into this course, and the thought of starting over was overwhelming. But after allowing myself a day to feel disappointed, I shifted my perspective. This feedback, while difficult to hear, was incredibly valuable. It allowed me to recalibrate my content to better serve my audience. The revised course ended up being far superior to my original version, and the positive feedback I received at launch made all the extra effort worthwhile. This experience taught me an important lesson. Obstacles are not roadblocks, but rather redirection. They guide us towards better solutions and force us to level up our skills and thinking. The role of habits in achieving goals. As I progressed in my entrepreneurial journey, I began to understand the profound connection between habits and goal achievement. While goals provide direction, habits are the vehicle that moves us towards those goals. I started to intentionally develop habits that aligned with my goals. 1. Content creation. I developed a habit of writing for at least 30 minutes every morning, even if I didn't feel inspired. This consistent practice dramatically improved my content quality and output. 2. Continuous learning. I made it a habit to spend at least 15 minutes each day learning something new about online business or digital marketing. 3. Networking. I made it a point to reach out to at least one new person in my industry each week. This habit slowly but surely built a valuable network of peers and mentors. 4. Financial management. I developed the habit of reviewing my business finances every Friday, ensuring I always had a clear picture of my financial health. These habits, practiced consistently, became the building blocks of my success. They ensured that even on days when motivation was low, I was still making progress towards my goals. Celebrating milestones, the fuel for long-term success. One of the most important lessons I learned about goal achievement was the importance of celebrating milestones along the way. In the corporate world, we often save celebrations for major achievements. But as an entrepreneur, I found that acknowledging and celebrating smaller victories was crucial for maintaining motivation and momentum. I developed a success journal where I would record all my achievements, no matter how small. Launching my first blog post, making my first online sale, receiving a positive testimonial from a course participant. All of these went into the journal. This practice served two purposes. One, it provided a motivational boost, reminding me of how far I'd come when I faced challenges. Two, it helped me recognize patterns of success, showing me which strategies were most effective. Adapting goals in a changing landscape. As my business grew, I learned another crucial lesson about goal setting: the importance of flexibility. The online business world moves quickly, and rigidly sticking to outdated goals can hinder rather than help progress. I learned to regularly review and adjust my goals based on new information, market changes, and personal growth. This didn't mean abandoning goals at the first sign of difficulty, but rather being willing to pivot when it was clear that a different approach would be more effective. For example, when I first started, my goal was to create a broad range of digital products. But as I engaged more with my audience, I realized there was a significant demand for in-depth courses on specific topics. I adjusted my goals to focus on creating fewer, but more comprehensive courses. This pivot led to greater success and satisfaction for both me and my customers. Conclusion: the journey continues. Setting clear goals and taking consistent action transformed my life from a stressed-out salaryman to a fulfilled entrepreneur. But it's important to remember that this is an ongoing process. Even now, years into my entrepreneurial journey, I continue to set new goals, refine my action plans, and adapt to new challenges. As you embark on your own journey, remember: 1. Set clear, meaningful goals that resonate with your personal vision of success. 2. Break down big goals into manageable tasks. 3. Take consistent action, even when motivation is low. 4. View obstacles as opportunities for growth and learning. 5. Develop habits that align with your goals. 6. Celebrate milestones along the way. 7. Be willing to adapt your goals as circumstances change. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to master time management and productivity, crucial skills that will help you make the most of your goal-oriented actions. But for now, I encourage you to take some time to reflect on your own goals. What do you want to achieve in your business and life? How can you break these goals down into actionable steps? Your journey to entrepreneurial success starts with this clarity of purpose and commitment to action. Remember, every successful entrepreneur started exactly where you are now, with a goal and the determination to take that first step. So, what will your first or next step be? Chapter 4: Mastering Time Management and Productivity. The Wake-Up Call: My Productivity Crisis. I'll never forget the day I realized I had a serious problem with time management. It was a Tuesday evening, and I found myself still at the office at 11 p.m., drowning in a sea of unfinished tasks. My side business, which I had been so excited about, was languishing due to neglect. I was exhausted, frustrated, and on the verge of giving up on my entrepreneurial dreams. As I stared at my overflowing to-do list, a harsh truth hit me. No matter how passionate or hardworking I was, without effective time management and productivity strategies, my dreams would remain just that, dreams. This moment of crisis became the catalyst for a complete overhaul of how I approach time and productivity. The lessons I learned not only saved my fledgling business, but also transformed my life. The myth of multitasking: a lesson in focus. In Japanese corporate culture, the ability to juggle multiple tasks is often seen as a badge of honor. I had prided myself on being able to switch rapidly between different projects, responding to emails while on calls, and working on reports during meetings. I thought this was the epitome of productivity. How wrong I was. My first breakthrough came when I stumbled upon research about the myth of multitasking. Studies have shown that what we think of as multitasking is actually rapid task switching, which can reduce productivity by up to 40%. I decided to experiment with single tasking, focusing on one task at a time without distractions. The results were eye-opening. Not only did I complete tasks faster, but the quality of my work improved significantly. Here's how I implemented single tasking. 1. I started using the Pomodoro technique: 25 minutes of focused work followed by a 5-minute break. 2. I turned off all notifications during these focused work periods. 3. I used a simple notepad to jot down any thoughts or ideas that came up during a work session, rather than immediately acting on them. This approach allowed me to make significant progress on my side business, even with limited time. I was able to complete crucial tasks like outlining my first online course and writing blog posts with much greater efficiency. The power of prioritization, the Eisenhower matrix. Another game-changing concept I discovered was the Eisenhower matrix, a tool for prioritizing tasks based on their importance and urgency. This matrix divides tasks into 4 categories. 1. Urgent and important. Do these tasks immediately. 2. Important but not urgent. Schedule these tasks. 3. Urgent but not important. Delegate these tasks if possible. 4. Neither urgent nor important. Eliminate these tasks. Implementing this matrix was revolutionary for my productivity. I realized I had been spending far too much time on urgent but unimportant tasks, neglecting the important work that would move my business forward. Here's an example of how I applied this to my business. Urgent and important. Responding to customer inquiries. Fixing a broken link on my sales page. Important but not urgent. Creating content for my next online course. Networking with other entrepreneurs. Urgent but not important. Responding to non-critical emails. Updating social media profiles. Neither urgent nor important. Scrolling through social media. Reorganizing my digital files for the 3rd time. By focusing on the truly important tasks, I was able to make significant progress on my business goals, even with the limited time I had available outside of my day job. Time blocking. Structuring my day for success. As my side business grew, I realized I needed a more structured approach to my day. This is when I discovered the concept of time blocking, the practice of dividing your day into blocks of time, each dedicated to accomplishing a specific task or group of tasks. Here's what my typical day looked like after implementing time blocking. 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. Work on my online business, content creation, course development. 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Morning routine, exercise, breakfast, get ready for work. 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Day job. 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Commute, used for learning via podcasts or audiobooks. 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Dinner and family time. 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Online business, marketing, customer support, planning. 9:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. Wind down routine. This structured approach ensured that I was making consistent progress on my business while still fulfilling my responsibilities at my day job and maintaining a semblance of work-life balance. The 2-minute rule, conquering procrastination. Despite my improved time management, I still struggled with procrastination, especially when faced with daunting tasks. This is when I came across the 2-minute rule in David Allen's book, Getting Things Done. The rule is simple. If a task will take less than 2 minutes to complete, do it immediately. I started applying this rule religiously. Need to respond to a quick email? Do it now. Have to update a small section of my website? Do it immediately. This rule helped me in 2 ways. 1. It prevented small tasks from piling up and becoming overwhelming. 2. It gave me a sense of accomplishment, which often provided the momentum to tackle larger tasks. The weekly review. Staying on track. As my productivity improved and my business grew, I realized I needed a way to ensure I was still moving in the right direction. This led me to implement a weekly review process. Every Sunday evening, I would 1. Review my goals and assess progress. 2. Plan the upcoming week. 3. Clear my inboxes, email, physical mail, notes. 4. Update my to-do lists. 5. Reflect on what worked well and what didn't. This weekly review became a crucial part of my productivity system. It allowed me to start each week with clarity and purpose, ensuring that my daily actions were aligned with my larger goals. The importance of rest and renewal. In my quest for productivity, I initially made the mistake of trying to work every available minute. I would wake up early, work through lunches, and stay up late. While this increased my output in the short term, it quickly led to burnout. I learned the hard way that true productivity isn't about working more hours. It's about making the most of the hours you work. This meant prioritizing rest and renewal. I started implementing these practices. 1. Regular breaks during the workday using the Pomodoro technique. 2. A strict no work after 10 p.m. rule. 3. One full day off per week, completely disconnected from work. 4. Regular exercise and meditation. To my surprise, these practices didn't decrease my productivity, they enhanced it. I found that I was more focused, creative, and efficient when I was well-rested and balanced. Leveraging technology, tools for productivity. As my business grew, I began to leverage technology to further enhance my productivity. Here are some tools that proved invaluable. 1. Trello, for project management and organizing my tasks. 2. Rescue Time, for tracking how I spent my time on the computer. 3. Evernote, for note-taking and organizing ideas. 4. Calendly, for scheduling meetings without the back-and-forth emails. 5. Zapier, for automating repetitive tasks. These tools allowed me to streamline many aspects of my business, freeing up more time for high-value activities like content creation and strategy development. Overcoming cultural challenges. Implementing these productivity strategies wasn't always easy, especially within the context of Japanese work culture. Here are some challenges I faced and how I overcame them. 1. The expectation of long working hours. I focused on demonstrating results rather than hours worked. By showcasing my increased productivity, I was able to justify leaving the office at a reasonable hour. 2. The pressure to attend after-work socializing. I became selective about which events I attended, prioritizing those that provided real networking value. 3. The habit of unnecessary meetings. I started proposing agenda items and time limits for meetings, helping to make them more focused and efficient. 4. The reluctance to delegate. I learned to trust my colleagues and delegate tasks, focusing my time on high-value activities. The transformative power of productivity. As I implemented these productivity strategies, I saw a dramatic transformation in both my work life and my side business. I was able to launch my first online course while still excelling in my day job. My stress levels decreased, and I found myself enjoying both my work and my personal life more. Most importantly, these productivity skills gave me the confidence to eventually leave my corporate job and pursue my online business full-time. I knew that I had the tools and strategies to make the most of my time and energy as a full-time entrepreneur. Conclusion: productivity as a lifelong practice. Mastering time management and productivity was a game-changer in my entrepreneurial journey. It allowed me to build a successful online business while working a full-time job, and it continues to be crucial in my life as a full-time entrepreneur. However, it's important to remember that productivity is not about perfection. It's a continuous process of learning, adapting, and improving. Even now, I'm constantly refining my approach, trying new techniques, and adjusting my strategies as my business evolves. As you embark on your own productivity journey, remember: 1. Focus on one task at a time for maximum efficiency. 2. Prioritize your tasks using tools like the Eisenhower Matrix. 3. Structure your day with time blocking. 4. Tackle small tasks immediately using the 2-minute rule. 5. Conduct regular reviews to stay on track. 6. Prioritize rest and renewal for sustained productivity. 7. Leverage technology to streamline your work. 8. Be willing to challenge cultural norms that hinder productivity. 9. View productivity as a lifelong practice of continuous improvement. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to build and scale your online business, putting these productivity skills to work in creating and marketing your digital products. But for now, I encourage you to reflect on your own productivity habits. What's working well? Where can you improve? Remember, small changes in how you manage your time can lead to big results in your entrepreneurial journey. Chapter 5. Building and scaling your digital content business. The leap of faith, from side hustle to full-time entrepreneur. I still remember the day I submitted my resignation letter to my corporate job. My hands were shaking, but my resolve was firm. After months of preparation and building my side hustle, I was finally ready to take the plunge into full-time entrepreneurship. The journey from a stressed-out salaryman to a successful digital content creator wasn't easy, but it was undoubtedly worth it. In this chapter, I'll share the strategies and lessons I learned in building and scaling my online business, hoping they'll guide you on your own entrepreneurial path. Finding your niche, the power of specialization. One of the first and most crucial decisions I had to make was choosing my niche. In the vast ocean of online content, I knew I needed to specialize to stand out. Initially, I was tempted to create content on a wide range of topics, fearing that specializing would limit my audience. However, I soon realized that the opposite was true. By focusing on a specific niche, helping Japanese professionals start and grow side hustles, I was able to create more targeted, valuable content that really resonated with my audience. Here's how I went about finding my niche. 1. I identified my passions and skills. 2. I researched market demand. 3. I analyzed the competition. 4. I considered the potential for monetization. My advice to you: don't be afraid to niche down. It's better to be a big fish in a small pond than a small fish in a vast ocean. Creating valuable content, the heart of your business. Once I had my niche, the next step was to create valuable content. This became the foundation of my business. Here's my content creation process. 1. Understand your audience. I spent time in online forums and social media groups where my target audience hung out. I listened to their problems, questions, and aspirations. 2. Solve real problems. Every piece of content I created aimed to solve a specific problem for my audience. For instance, one of my most popular blog posts was how to start a side hustle without violating your company's policies, a common concern for Japanese professionals. 3. Consistency is key. I committed to a regular content schedule. In the beginning, this meant publishing one blog post and one YouTube video per week. 4. Quality over quantity. While consistency is important, I never compromised on quality. I'd rather publish one well-researched, valuable piece of content than several mediocre ones. 5. Diversify your content. I created content in various formats: blog posts, videos, podcasts, and infographics. This allowed me to reach my audience through their preferred medium. Building your platform. Where to host your content. Choosing the right platform to host your content is crucial. After much research and experimentation, here's what worked for me. 1. Website. I built my website using WordPress. This served as the central hub for all my content. 2. Email list. I started building an email list from day one using ConvertKit. This became one of my most valuable assets. 3. YouTube. I created a YouTube channel to host my video content, which helped me reach a wider audience. 4. Social media. I focused on platforms where my audience was most active, in my case, Twitter and LinkedIn. Remember, you don't need to be everywhere. It's better to excel on a few platforms than to spread yourself thin across many. Monetizing your content, turning your passion into profit. Now comes the exciting part: monetizing your content. Here are the strategies I used to turn my digital content business into a profitable venture. 1. Digital products. I created and sold ebooks, online courses, and templates. My first product was an ebook titled The Japanese Professional's Guide to Starting a Profitable Side Hustle. 2. Coaching and consulting. As I built my reputation, I started offering one-on-one coaching sessions and consulting services. 3. Affiliate marketing. I recommended products and services I genuinely used and believed in, earning a commission on sales. 4. Sponsored content. Once my audience grew, companies started approaching me for sponsored content opportunities. 5. Membership site. I created a premium membership site where I offered exclusive content and a community forum. The key here is to have multiple income streams. This not only increases your earning potential, but also provides financial stability. Marketing your business. Getting your content seen. Creating great content is only half the battle. You need to market it effectively to reach your target audience. Here's my marketing strategy. 1. SEO. I invested time in learning SEO basics and optimizing my content for search engines. 2. Social media marketing. I shared my content regularly on social media, engaging with my followers, and participating in relevant conversations. 3. Email marketing. I sent weekly newsletters to my email list, sharing valuable content and promoting my products. 4. Collaborations. I collaborated with other content creators in my niche, doing podcast interviews and guest posts. 5. Paid advertising. Once I had products to sell, I experimented with paid advertising on platforms like Facebook and Google. Remember, marketing is not about being pushy or sleazy. It's about getting your valuable content in front of the people who need it most. Scaling your business, from solo creator to CEO. As my business grew, I faced a new challenge: scaling. Here's how I transformed from a solo content creator to the CEO of a growing digital business. 1. Automating processes. I used tools like Zapier to automate repetitive tasks, freeing up my time for high-value activities. 2. Building a team. I hired virtual assistants for tasks like social media management and customer support. Later, I brought on a content writer and a video editor. 3. Systems and processes. I documented all my business processes, making it easier to delegate tasks and maintain quality as the team grew. 4. Diversifying revenue streams. I continually looked for new ways to monetize my content and serve my audience. 5. Continuous learning. I invested in my own education, taking courses and attending conferences to stay ahead of industry trends. Overcoming challenges. The reality of entrepreneurship. Building and scaling a business isn't all smooth sailing. I faced numerous challenges along the way. 1. Imposter syndrome. There were times I doubted my ability to provide value to my audience. I overcame this by focusing on the positive feedback from my customers and continuously improving my skills. 2. Work-life balance. As the business grew, I found myself working longer hours than I did in my corporate job. I had to learn to set boundaries and prioritize self-care. 3. Financial ups and downs. Income can be inconsistent in the early stages of a business. I learned to manage my finances carefully, always keeping a buffer for lean months. 4. Keeping up with technology. The digital landscape is constantly changing. I had to commit to continuous learning to stay relevant. 5. Dealing with criticism. As my audience grew, so did the criticism. I learned to differentiate between constructive feedback and baseless negativity. The transformative power of entrepreneurship. Despite the challenges, building my digital content business has been the most rewarding experience of my life. It's given me financial freedom, the ability to work from anywhere in the world, and the satisfaction of helping thousands of people achieve their goals. But perhaps the most significant transformation has been personal. I've grown more in the past few years as an entrepreneur than I did in a decade in the corporate world. I've become more resilient, more creative, and more confident in my abilities. Conclusion. Your journey begins now. Building and scaling a digital content business is a journey filled with challenges, learning, and incredible rewards. As you embark on your own entrepreneurial path, remember: 1. Find your niche and serve it well. 2. Create consistent, high-quality content that solves real problems. 3. Choose the right platforms to host and market your content. 4. Diversify your income streams. 5. Never stop learning and adapting. 6. Take care of yourself along the way. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to maintain work-life balance and take care of your mental health as an entrepreneur. But for now, I encourage you to take the first step in your journey. What content can you create today that will provide value to your audience? Remember, every successful entrepreneur started exactly where you are now. The only difference is, they took that first step. Are you ready to take yours? Chapter 6. Balancing Success and Well-Being. The Entrepreneur's Guide to Holistic Health. It was a beautiful Sunday afternoon in Bali. The sun was shining, the beach was calling, and I was hunched over my laptop, answering emails and planning content for the upcoming week. I had achieved my dream of running a successful online business, but I was more stressed and exhausted than I'd ever been in my corporate job. That's when it hit me. I had escaped the corporate rat race only to create a new one for myself. I had achieved financial freedom but lost my personal freedom in the process. This realization became my wake-up call, pushing me to reassess my approach to entrepreneurship and prioritize my well-being alongside my business success. The Entrepreneur's Dilemma. Success at what cost? As entrepreneurs, we often fall into the trap of believing that success requires sacrifice. Sacrifice of our time, our health, our relationships. We wear our long hours and busy schedules as badges of honor, equating exhaustion with productivity. But the truth is, sustainable success requires more than just hard work. It requires balance, self-care, and a holistic approach to health and well-being. In this chapter, I'll share the strategies I've developed to maintain this balance and thrive both personally and professionally. Redefining success beyond the bottom line. The first step in my journey towards balance was redefining what success meant to me. Yes, financial success was important, but was it worth sacrificing my health, my relationships, and my joy? I started by asking myself some hard questions. What kind of life do I want to live? How do I want to feel on a daily basis? What's truly important to me beyond my business? This reflection led me to create a more holistic definition of success, one that included financial prosperity, physical health and vitality, strong, nurturing relationships, personal growth and learning, time for hobbies and relaxation, a sense of purpose and fulfillment. By broadening my definition of success, I was able to make decisions that supported my overall well-being, not just my business growth. Time Management 2.0, Creating Space for Life. With my new definition of success in mind, I revisited my approach to time management. Here are some strategies I implemented. 1. Productivity versus busyness. I focused on outcomes rather than hours worked. This meant prioritizing high-impact tasks and letting go of busy work. 2. The power of no. I became more selective about the opportunities one pursued, saying no to things that didn't align with my goals or values. 3. Blocking personal time. Just as I blocked time for work tasks, I started blocking time for personal activities, exercise, meditation, family time, and hobbies. 4. Digital detox. I implemented regular periods of disconnection from technology, including a no work on weekends rule. 5. The 2-hour solution. I dedicated 2 hours each week to review my schedule, goals, and priorities, ensuring I was spending my time in alignment with my values. Physical health, the foundation of entrepreneurial success. As entrepreneurs, our bodies are our most valuable asset. Without good health, we can't perform at our best. Here's how I prioritized my physical health. 1. Regular exercise. I committed to exercising for at least 30 minutes each day, even if it was just a brisk walk. 2. Nutrition. I focused on eating a balanced diet, meal prepping to avoid relying on convenience foods during busy periods. 3. Sleep hygiene. I established a consistent sleep schedule, aiming for 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night. 4. Regular checkups. I started getting regular health checkups, viewing them as important business investments. 5. Ergonomics. I invested in a proper desk setup to prevent the back and neck issues that come with long hours at the computer. Mental health. Nurturing your most important asset. Entrepreneurship can be an emotional roller coaster. Here's how I learned to take care of my mental health. 1. Mindfulness practice. I incorporated daily meditation into my routine, even if it was just for 10 minutes. 2. Therapy. I started seeing a therapist regularly, viewing it as mental fitness training. 3. Journaling. I use journaling to process my thoughts and emotions, especially during challenging times. 4. Stress management. I developed healthy coping mechanisms for stress, such as deep breathing exercises and nature walks. 5. Celebrating wins. I made a point to acknowledge and celebrate my achievements, no matter how small. Relationships, your support system. In my early days of entrepreneurship, I neglected my relationships in pursuit of business success. I soon realized that strong relationships were crucial for both personal happiness and professional success. Here's how I nurtured my relationships. 1. Quality time. I scheduled regular, uninterrupted time with family and friends. 2. Communication. I made an effort to be more present and engaged in my interactions, putting away my phone during conversations. 3. Building a support network. I connected with other entrepreneurs who understood the unique challenges of this lifestyle. 4. Giving back. I found that volunteering and mentoring others gave me a sense of purpose beyond my business. Personal growth, the entrepreneur's edge. Continuous learning and personal growth are essential for entrepreneurial success. Here's how I incorporated personal growth into my routine. 1. Reading. I committed to reading for at least 30 minutes each day, alternating between business books and fiction. 2. Skill development. I regularly took online courses to expand my skill set. 3. Conferences and networking. I attended industry conferences, viewing them as opportunities for learning and connection. 4. Hobbies. I rekindled old hobbies and explored new ones, finding that they often sparked creativity in my business. Creating systems for balance. To ensure that I maintained this balance consistently, I created systems. 1. Weekly review. Every Sunday, I reviewed my week, assessing how I spent my time and whether it aligned with my goals and values. 2. Quarterly retreats. Every 3 months, I took a few days off for a personal retreat, using this time to reflect, plan, and recharge. 3. Annual life audit. Once a year, I conducted a comprehensive life audit, reviewing all areas of my life and setting intentions for the year ahead. The challenge of balance in Japanese culture. Implementing these changes wasn't always easy, especially within the context of Japanese culture where hard work and long hours are highly valued. I faced raised eyebrows and questioning looks when I talked about work-life balance or took time off for self-care. To navigate this, I 1. Led by example, showing that balance could lead to better results. 2. Educated my team and clients about the importance of well-being for long-term success. 3. Found ways to honor cultural values while still prioritizing my health and balance. The ripple effect of well-being. As I implemented these changes, I noticed something remarkable. Not only did I feel better and enjoy my life more, but my business actually thrived. I was more creative, made better decisions, and had more energy to pursue new opportunities. Moreover, my approach started influencing others. Team members adopted healthier habits. Clients began prioritizing their own well-being. I realized that by taking care of myself, I was creating a ripple effect that extended far beyond my own life. Conclusion: the journey to holistic success. Building a successful business while maintaining your well-being is not a destination, but a journey. It requires constant attention, adjustment, and recommitment. There will be times when things fall out of balance, and that's okay. The key is to notice when this happens and take steps to realign. Remember, 1. Define success holistically, beyond just financial metrics. 2. Prioritize your physical and mental health. 3. Nurture your relationships. 4. Never stop learning and growing. 5. Create systems to maintain balance. 6. Be patient with yourself. Balance is a practice, not a perfect state. In the next and final chapter, we'll look at the future of digital entrepreneurship and how to stay ahead of the curve. But for now, I encourage you to reflect on your own work-life balance. What areas need attention? What small step can you take today towards a more balanced, fulfilling entrepreneurial journey? Remember, your well-being is not separate from your business success. It's an essential part of it. By taking care of yourself, you're making the best long-term investment in your business and your life. Chapter 7. Navigating the future. Staying ahead in the digital entrepreneurship landscape. As I sit in my home office in Tokyo, surrounded by the latest tech gadgets and looking at analytics dashboards on multiple screens, I can't help but marvel at how much the digital landscape has changed since I first started my entrepreneurial journey. What began as a simple blog has evolved into a multifaceted digital business, adapting and growing with each technological advancement and market shift. In this final chapter, we'll explore the future of digital entrepreneurship and discuss strategies to stay ahead in this rapidly evolving field. Remember, the only constant in this world is change, and our ability to adapt and evolve will determine our long-term success. Emerging trends in digital entrepreneurship. Let's start by looking at some of the key trends shaping the future of digital entrepreneurship. 1. Artificial intelligence and machine learning. AI is no longer just a buzzword. It's transforming how we create content, analyze data, and interact with customers. 2. Voice search and smart speakers. With the rise of Alexa, Google Home, and other smart speakers, optimizing for voice search is becoming crucial. 3. Augmented and virtual reality. These technologies are opening up new possibilities for immersive content and experiences. 4. Blockchain and cryptocurrency. While still in its early stages, blockchain technology has the potential to revolutionize how we handle transactions and manage data. 5. Personalization and hypertargeting. Consumers increasingly expect personalized experiences, making data analysis and segmentation more important than ever. 6. Sustainability and social responsibility. There's a growing emphasis on sustainable and socially responsible business practices. 7. Remote work and digital nomadism. The pandemic has accelerated the trend towards remote work, opening up new opportunities for digital entrepreneurs. Strategies for future-proofing your digital business. Now that we've identified some key trends, let's discuss strategies for staying ahead. 1. Continuous learning. The pace of change in the digital world means that continuous learning is no longer optional, it's essential. I dedicate at least 5 hours each week to learning about new technologies and trends. 2. Adaptability. Be prepared to pivot your business model or offerings as the market changes. For example, when I noticed the rising popularity of video content, I quickly expanded from blogging to creating YouTube videos. 3. Diversification. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify your income streams and platforms to reduce risk. I've expanded from just selling courses to offering coaching, affiliate marketing, and even developing a SaaS product. 4. Building a strong brand. In a world of constant change, a strong brand can provide stability and customer loyalty. Focus on building a brand that resonates with your audience on a deeper level. 5. Embracing new technologies. Be an early adopter of new technologies that can benefit your business. For instance, I started experimenting with AI-powered content creation tools early on, which has given me a competitive edge. 6. Data-driven decision-making. Use data analytics to inform your business decisions. I've invested in robust analytics tools and regularly analyze my data to guide my strategy. 7. Focusing on user experience. As technology advances, user experience becomes increasingly important. Always prioritize creating seamless, enjoyable experiences for your audience. The power of community in the digital age. One trend that I believe will become increasingly important is the power of community. In an increasingly digital world, people crave genuine connection. Building a strong community around your brand can provide 1. Customer loyalty. Community members are more likely to be repeat customers and brand advocates. 2. Valuable feedback. Your community can provide instant feedback on new ideas or products. 3. User-generated content. Community members can become a source of content, reducing your workload. 4. Resilience. A strong community can help your business weather market changes or challenges. I've seen this firsthand with the community I've built around my brand. It's become one of my most valuable assets, providing support, ideas, and even leading to business partnerships. Balancing innovation and core values. As we look to the future, it's important to balance embracing innovation with staying true to your core values. Here's how I approach this. 1. Define your non-negotiables. Identify the core values and principles that define your brand. These should remain constant even as your business evolves. 2. Ethical innovation. When adopting new technologies or strategies, always consider the ethical implications. For example, while AI offers exciting possibilities, I'm careful to use it in ways that respect user privacy and maintain the authenticity of my brand. 3. Purpose-driven growth. Ensure that your growth and innovation efforts align with your overall purpose. This helps maintain consistency and authenticity as your business evolves. Preparing for the unknown. Perhaps the most important skill for future-proofing your business is the ability to deal with uncertainty. Here are some strategies I use. 1. Scenario planning. Regularly engage in scenario planning exercises, imagining different possible futures and how you'd adapt. 2. Building resilience. Maintain cash reserves, diversify income streams, and build strong networks to help weather unexpected challenges. 3. Cultivating a growth mindset. Approach challenges and changes with curiosity rather than fear. See them as opportunities for growth and innovation. The future of work-life balance in digital entrepreneurship. As we look to the future, I believe the concept of work-life balance will continue to evolve. The lines between work and personal life are likely to blur further, especially for digital entrepreneurs. Here's how I'm preparing for this. 1. Defining personal boundaries. I'm becoming more intentional about defining when I'm at work and when I'm not, even if I'm in the same physical space. 2. Embracing asynchronous work. I'm moving towards more asynchronous communication, which allows for greater flexibility in when and how I work. 3. Prioritizing mental health. As the pace of change accelerates, taking care of our mental health will become even more crucial. I'm doubling down on my mindfulness and stress management practices. Conclusion: embracing the journey. As we conclude this book, I want to emphasize that success in digital entrepreneurship is not a destination, but a journey. The landscape will continue to change, presenting both challenges and opportunities. Your ability to adapt, learn, and grow will be your greatest asset. Remember why you started this journey. For me, it was about creating freedom, making an impact, and continuously challenging myself to grow. As long as I stay true to these core motivations, I know I can navigate whatever changes come my way. As you move forward in your entrepreneurial journey, I encourage you to 1. Stay curious and never stop learning. 2. Remain flexible and open to change. 3. Build genuine connections and communities. 4. Take care of your well-being. 5. Stay true to your values and purpose. The future of digital entrepreneurship is bright, filled with possibilities we can't even imagine yet. It's an exciting time to be in this field, with the potential to create, innovate, and make a real difference in the world. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the world of digital entrepreneurship. I hope this book has provided you with valuable insights and strategies to help you succeed in your own entrepreneurial endeavors. Remember, your journey is unique, and you have the power to shape your own future. Embrace the challenges, celebrate the victories, and enjoy the ride. Here's to your success, your growth, and the exciting future that lies ahead. The digital world is waiting for your unique contribution. Are you ready to make your mark? Epilogue. Your journey begins now. As we reach the end of this book, I find myself reflecting on the incredible journey that has brought me from a stressed-out salaryman to a fulfilled digital entrepreneur. It's been a path filled with challenges, learning, and immense personal growth. But more than that, it's been a journey of self-discovery and transformation. Throughout these chapters, we've explored the key elements that have shaped my success. 1. Understanding the power of habits and how to harness them for positive change. 2. Cultivating a growth mindset that embraces challenges and sees failures as opportunities. 3. Setting clear goals and taking consistent action towards achieving them. 4. Mastering time management and productivity to make the most of every day. 5. Building and scaling a digital content business from the ground up. 6. Balancing success with personal well-being for sustainable growth. 7. Staying ahead in the ever-evolving landscape of digital entrepreneurship. But this book isn't just about my journey. It's about yours. As you close these pages, I want you to remember that you have within you the same potential for transformation and success. The strategies, insights, and lessons shared here are not magic formulas, but rather tools that you can adapt and apply to your own unique journey. Remember, entrepreneurship is not a destination, but a continuous journey of growth and discovery. There will be challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But there will also be victories, breakthroughs, and moments of pure joy as you see your vision come to life. As you step forward on your own path, I encourage you to 1. Start small, but start now. Don't wait for the perfect moment or until you have everything figured out. The best time to begin is today. 2. Embrace the learning process. Every mistake, every setback is an opportunity to learn and grow. Cultivate curiosity and never stop learning. 3. Build meaningful connections. Success is rarely achieved alone. Surround yourself with supportive people, mentors, and fellow entrepreneurs who can inspire and challenge you. 4. Take care of yourself. Your well-being is your most important asset. Prioritize your physical and mental health as you build your business. 5. Stay true to your values. As you navigate the business world, let your core values be your compass. Success feels hollow if it comes at the cost of your integrity. 6. Be patient but persistent. Building a successful business takes time. Stay committed to your vision, even when progress seems slow. 7. Celebrate your progress. Take time to acknowledge how far you've come. Every small win is a step towards your larger goals. As you embark on your entrepreneurial journey, know that you're not alone. There's a whole community of digital entrepreneurs out there, facing similar challenges and celebrating similar victories. Don't hesitate to reach out, share your experiences, and learn from others. And remember, the journey of entrepreneurship is not just about building a successful business. It's about building a life that aligns with your values, passions, and dreams. It's about creating freedom, making an impact, and continuously growing as a person. So, are you ready to take the first step? Are you ready to transform your life, build your dream business, and make your unique mark on the world? Your journey begins now. Embrace it with open arms, a curious mind, and an unstoppable spirit. The digital world is waiting for your unique contribution. Thank you for allowing me to share my story with you. I can't wait to see where your journey takes you. Gambat, do your best.